Okay, so we are absolutely surrounded by marketing every single day, right? From the ads that pop up on our phones to the logos on our clothes. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it all actually works? Well, today we're going to crack open the marketer's playbook and see the exact strategies companies are using to grab our attention and, persuade us to buy. So let's just dive right in.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Why is that one jingle or that specific slogan so hard to forget? Let me tell you, it is not an accident, not at all. It's the result of a super carefully designed strategy, a whole set of tools made to make a brand stick. So, what are these tools?
At the very heart of this strategy is something called the promotion mix, and you can think of this as the fundamental toolkit that pretty much every marketer uses to communicate with us, the customers.
Now, the most important thing to get here is that the promotion mix isn't just one single thing. It's a combo of a bunch of different methods. And yeah, each tool has its own special job, but they're all working towards the same goal: tell you about a product, get you interested, and ultimately nudge you to make a purchase.
So if we look inside this toolkit, we're going to find 5 main tools. There's advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, public relations, and direct marketing. Let's open this thing up and take a much closer look at what each one actually does.
So let's see how each of these 5 tools really works to persuade us, because they all do it in slightly different ways. We're going to start with the one that we all probably see the most.
Okay, this is the big one. Advertising is basically any paid promotion that's just blasted out to a huge audience. Think about those classic Coca-Cola commercials on TV or those gigantic billboards you see driving down the highway. That is advertising in its purest form.
And right here, you can see the trade-offs with advertising. On the one hand, it's incredible for building a brand image over time and reaching millions of people all at once. But on the other hand, it can be crazy expensive, and it's totally a one-way street. It's not personal in the slightest.
All right, next up we have sales promotion. Now, if advertising is kind of like a marathon, then sales promotion is a full-on sprint. These are all about short-term deals designed to make you act right now. The classic example, of course, is a buy one, get one free offer, or maybe a limited time 20% off discount. So the goal here is immediate action, right? Sales promotions create this feeling of urgency and excitement that can bring in new customers really fast. The only catch? The effects are usually temporary. Once that sale is over, that rush of customers usually is too. Now let's get personal. This is where a real human gets involved in the process. Just think about the last time you were in, say, a mobile shop, and a salesperson was walking you through all the cool new features of a phone. That direct, one-on-one conversation? That's personal selling. And here's the core idea. It's incredibly powerful for complicated or expensive products because a good salesperson can build real trust and tailor their pitch just for you. The downside? Well, it's the most expensive and time-consuming tool when you break it down to the cost for each customer. Our 4th tool is public relations, or PR for short. And this one's a little different because it's not really about selling you something directly. It's all about building a good reputation. So when a company sponsors a local soccer team or donates to charity, they're doing PR. They're trying to build trust and goodwill in the community. The key word here is credibility. PR is often what we call earned media, not paid media, and that just makes it feel so much more authentic to people. It's absolutely essential for building a positive image in the long run, and trust me, it's critical when a company has to manage its reputation during a crisis. And finally, we have direct marketing. This is the marketing that, kind of knows your name. It's when companies reach out to specific people through things like email, text messages, or those super targeted ads you see on social media. Just think of those emails you get from Amazon or Daraz. In our digital world, this tool has become unbelievably powerful. It allows for a process that is super personalized, really fast, and, best of all for the marketer, totally measurable. They know exactly who opened that email or who clicked on that ad, which lets them get an immediate response. Okay, so we've got these 5 really powerful tools, but just using them one by one isn't enough. The real magic, the secret sauce, happens when they're all working together, perfectly in sync. This whole concept is called Integrated Marketing Communications, or IMC. And the idea is actually pretty simple, but it's so powerful. No matter where you see a brand, whether it's on a TV ad, a social media post, or inside a store, the message should always look and feel the same. This creates a way stronger impact.
And honestly, this is the perfect example. Nike are absolute masters of IMC. When they launch a new product, everything is just perfectly coordinated. The slogan, the look, the feeling, it's all consistent. And that synergy is what builds truly iconic brands. So now that we know the tools and why it's so important to combine them, let's look at the two main strategies for how companies actually apply them. They're called push and pull.
It's a pretty simple but really fundamental difference. A push strategy is all about persuading the middlemen, the retailers, to stock and sell your product. A pull strategy, on the other hand, just skips the middlemen and focuses on making you, the customer, want the product so bad that you go out and ask for it by name.
Let's trace the flow right here on the screen. So in a push strategy, you can see on the top diagram, the marketing effort goes from the producer to the retailer, and then the retailer pushes the product to us. Now look at the pull strategy on the bottom. The producer markets directly to us, the consumers, creating demand that literally pulls the product through the whole supply chain.
So after breaking all of this down, you basically have a brand new lens to see the world through. You can start to see the hidden mechanics, the gears turning behind all the marketing messages that are all around us. So let's do a super quick recap. Advertising gives you that broad reach. Sales promotion is all about driving immediate action. Personal selling, that's for building relationships. Public relations builds trust and credibility. And direct marketing delivers that powerful one-to-one personalization.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. You now have the marketer's playbook in your hands. So the next time you see a commercial or you get a promotional email or you talk to a salesperson, you'll know exactly which tool they're using and why they're using it. The only question left is, what are you going to notice first?